Aries, welcome to your June energy reading. This is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. We're going to be taking a look at the overall energy for the month of June, as well as current finances and relationships, and then we're going to be getting clarification. Please remember that these are general readings because we are all beautiful individuals, so they're not going to resonate with everyone. However, if they do, please consider clicking subscribe. Please click like and comment below if the reading resonated with you, as it's truly appreciated and it does help my channel to grow. So let's take a look and see what's coming through for our Aries. First card coming in, we have Five of Coins, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Sun, and the Eight of Swords. So it feels like you're holding yourself back on something. It's almost as though you have this desire to rise above, to get through the next phase or the next issue or the situation. I do feel some residual energy that's coming through here from the past. So we're going to see what this is about. Okay, let's look at career and finances. We have the Eight of Coins, we have the Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Justice coming in. So there's a lot of balancing out that's coming through here. There may even be, for some of you, some sort of I want to say repositioning, okay? I want to say repositioning. You've put a lot of work into something, and it feels as though this is balanced out. This is coming to some sort of justification in some way. But let's take a look at relationships. We have the Queen of Coins, we have the Death card, the King of Cups, and the Six of Swords coming through here. Okay, so we're going to get some clarification, see what's happening. When I look at this right here, we've got the Queen of Coins along with this King of Cups. So it does feel, it's almost as though you're going from this healing energy, okay, transitioning, opening up your heart, opening up maybe perhaps your emotional space to allow for a rejuvenated energy within a relationship of some sort. Okay, but we are, again, we're gonna take some clarification cards and see what's going on. So first, we're going to clarify the career and finances, especially with this Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Or, I mean, sorry, overall energy. This is your overall energy at this moment. So again, it does feel that you might be holding yourself back from something. Okay, but with this Sun, it's like you're moving forward. Okay, I do feel that for some of you, you may have had some setbacks. Okay, this even could have been, especially with that Seven of Swords coming through and that Five of Pentacles, you may have been in a place where things you might have felt really let down by the overall energy from others. Okay, this could be coming in where people were deceptive, where people were not being honest in some way. We have that Five of Pentacles, which, really does talk about being in this place of, sometimes feeling left out in the cold, sometimes being in a place that you're feeling hopeless in some way, but there is help. And it is with that Eight of Swords, it's saying moving forward with your own strength. Okay, so let's take a look. We've got that Six of Cups coming through, the Seven of Cups coming through, and the Three of Swords coming through. Yeah, I do feel like some sort of situation here. Now, this may have been some sort of energy coming through here. There might have even been, in some way a third party that you were dealing with, or, it does feel like external energy, something that really left you in this place of sadness, that left you in this place of, again, almost feeling like a hopeless, or, not in regards to overall energy, but maybe perhaps towards a situation. All right, we have that Chariot. Yeah, so there is, it's like you're coming out of it now. Okay, you're coming out of it now, meaning that it feels like there's some sort of result coming from this that is leading to a better place of stability within yourself, a better place of maybe even for some, like a financial security, a material stability. All right. It's feeling that contentment with yourself or at least with that situation or within the situation. All right. Feels like there's a lot of choices. Okay. It feels like you made the right choice. And I feel like this, it almost feels like what happened is you needed to make a choice that might have broke your heart in some way, or a choice that you really didn't want to make. So this could have been walking away from somebody, could have been, some sort of overwhelming energy that was burdening you at that moment. But again, you're coming closer. You're moving yourself out of it. That Eight of Swords really talks about us being in a place where we feel that we can't move forward. It's not a true representation of what's happening, though. Basically, all we have to do is that nothing is holding him in to that Eight of Swords. All right. All we have to do is take that step forward. All right, release the bonds, release, maybe the mental anxiety or the physical or, the sadness of the situation, especially with that Three of Swords and that Five of Pentacles coming through. It does feel like there was this element of sadness. For some of you, again, there might have been a third party situation playing out here. There might have been, somebody might have walked away. There might have even been this energy. It almost feels like for some of you, it feels like somebody really wasn't being honest in regards to situations. Really wasn't being honest. And I feel like you were searching for the answers. And you may have even searched all over. Okay. And this means maybe perhaps you were checking social media. Maybe perhaps, you were asking the person directly. But it's like you were trusting your intuition. You felt like something wasn't right. Something wasn't correct. And now that it's almost like even if you don't have the direct answer to it, that something is wrong. Okay. And I do feel that because it's almost like, when somebody is in that place of maybe perhaps they're not being honest with us, but we feel it inside of us. This is that energy. All right. And because of that, you may have walked away from something. Okay. Maybe you were actually to some degree seeking, the honest truth of it. However that was. And again, I do feel that it had to do with communication, like even maybe perhaps just asking somebody or, checking, different social media outlets in some way. But you were trusting your own guidance system. All right. And I do feel that by walking away or by taking a step away from whatever it was, you really came into your own energy. It's almost as though you dropped the burden of whatever it was. It's like, if I can't figure it out, or if this person isn't being honest with me, if that truth isn't coming through, I am just walking away from the situation. And I do feel that you did that. All right. And I do feel that because of that, your energy in itself has been rejuvenated. It has, it's like you were following your heart. Okay. Lovers talks about choices. All right, choices. And I feel that because of that, it may even helped you make a decision. All right, maybe perhaps for some of you, you were debating against two people. All right, or being in this place of, should I choose this or should I choose that regarding a situation? But you went from your heart. You went from your heart. You made the right choice. And because of that choice, you're now in this place of stability. And if this hasn't happened, this may be coming up. Okay. And I feel like this is the advice that's coming through here is have faith within yourself, have faith within your choices, follow that heart energy, because that is going to lead to that element of abundance. All right. So let's take a look at career and finances. We have that Eight of Coins. You guys have been working really hard for, towards something. Maybe perhaps for some of you, you just started a job. Maybe perhaps you're working towards some sort of promotion in some way. Let's get clarification. Yeah, we've got that Ace of Cups. Wow, this is beautiful energy. Okay, so this is really talking about here, when we're looking at this, all right, it feels like a change has happened within the work environment or within your employment environment or maybe perhaps, your overall energy towards finances in some way. There might have even been some sort of devastating loss financially that came through, or maybe perhaps you were struggling, to make some sort of ends meet, whatever it was. But what's happening here is, again, because you took control of your own abundance, because you took control of your own step forward, again, in some way, whether this has to do with work or not, what's happening now is that energy has changed. I feel like because you're following your own guidance system, there's been a lot of changes, or there's about to be a lot of changes. Yeah, receiving that clarity. All right? You're moving yourself out of feeling stuck. All right? Feeling stuck. Being in that place of, I don't see a way out, or I don't see hope, or whatever it was. All right, especially with that Nine of Swords coming through. Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords, yeah, like obsessive thoughts. It may have been that, energy of going around and around and around trying to find the solution, but the solution was always inside of you, or the solution was always there in order to, have this movement forward. Look at this. We've got that Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, brand new beginnings happening in some way, brand new beginnings towards abundance. This is beautiful energy, actually, right? Receptivity. There's something coming forward. It might have even been the work that you've been doing is finally paying off in the extent that it's been recognized in some way, and now people are ready to contribute or ready to support you. Look at that, manifestations coming through. Yeah, I really do feel that it's almost like you went through this energy where you were feeling, defeated, or you were feeling hopeless, or you were feeling, I don't see a way out of this situation. And somehow you were able to ground yourself. Somehow you were able to, receive the clarity that was needed. It almost feels like for some of you may have even gone into yourself and allowed, especially with that Judgment card, it's like you removed all of that past energy and you kind of went, okay, how do I start over? How do I make this new beginning happen? And because of that, these doors open for you. All right. Look at that, Six of Wands. Okay. Victory, success. You opened up new doors for yourself, or you started to see a new path forward in some way. All right. You created that strategy, received the clarity that was needed, and now things are becoming abundant and prosperous. And I feel like during the month of June, by following that inner advice, you're going to really start seeing this energy do this turnaround, okay? Do this switch towards those things that you've been wanting. I do feel that even for some of you, you might even, it's almost like from rags to riches, all right, in some format. It doesn't mean, maybe that you're not going to have, millions or billions of dollars, that depends on you, right? Or it depends on what the situation is. But basically what I'm saying, it's almost like you're not even looking at the past. It's like you've closed the door completely. It's like you've closed the door completely on the past, and you're now looking at that forward movement. You're now looking at that forward movement, and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to take that next step. You're moving out of that stagnancy. You're moving out of, it's like, again, you're making a choice from the heart, all right? That Two of Swords can really talk about being stuck in a place of not knowing where to go, not knowing where to move forward next, all right? But what happens is we go into ourselves and we allow ourselves to listen to our own guidance system. And that's what I feel is happening. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through. This star wanted to pop up right away. We also had the Queen of Coins, the Death card, King of Cups, as well as the Six of Swords with the star. So I do feel there is some sort of releasing, transition within a relationship. I feel like for many of you, you're starting to have hope towards the future. Yeah, look at that, Four of Wands coming through. I feel like there's been a change within the situation, or there will be a change within a situation. For some of you, if you haven't met that person, I do feel that this could be the month that, if you're not meeting them, you're at least ready and opening up your heart energy towards them coming through. But this is, when I say this, a lot of people will say, well, I'm ready to meet them. I'm ready to meet them. I've been looking for them, or whatever it is, right? But what we have to understand is that when we're truly ready, when we're in this place of, our own self-acceptance, okay? Our own self-love, our own place of being in that energy of comfort within ourselves. It's magical how they appear. And this is kind of what I'm feeling is going through here right now. All right, we've got that Queen of Coins. So this is somebody who's doing the healing, who's feeling abundant, who, draws in her own energy. She doesn't wait for people to create energy for her. She just, she creates it herself. She creates self-love. She's abundant. She's nurturing. She's healing. And through this transition, it brings in that trust and emotional openness, possibly from somebody else or even towards herself. It's like moving forward. You're not in a rush, okay? And that's exactly what I feel. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush for this, because I do feel this energy moving forward, or this energy changing. Perhaps in the past, there might have been more of a rushing movement, okay? You might even be meeting them at a celebration of some sort. But what I'm getting here, I'm getting this energy that for some of you, there may have been disappointments within relationships. And because of that, you went into a place where it almost felt hopeless to some degree. It may have felt like this wasn't going to move forward. Maybe for some of you, it felt like, am I ever going to meet that person? But what that did is it really placed you in this situation of being forced to acknowledge your own gifts, acknowledge your own abundance, acknowledge your own, again, guidance system, but also trusting yourself. And you weren't really looking. Okay, you might have been in this place where you just stopped looking, where you just stopped paying attention, where you just stopped placing focus on finding that person. And what happens is that person came through. Look at that tower. Right? And I do feel that this is the energy. And even if you were in a relationship, perhaps that wasn't working. Again, you've allowed it to been released. Okay? You might even just turned your back on the person that wasn't coming forward. And because of that, it brought that change of energy coming in. Yeah. Ended a cycle. It ended a cycle and allowed an openness within the situation for them to come forward. All right? Yeah. Again, choosing your own path here. I do feel that for some of you, you might have let somebody go, or at least you didn't place that energy of rushing, or placing that energy of it has to be like this. Like, it's almost as though you kind of went into yourself, did your own healing, and let them do what they needed to do in order to heal, and in order for them to make the choices that is best for, all involved. And I do feel that path opening, showing that they want to come. Look at this Palace of Cups. They opened up emotionally, and it allowed an emotional energy to be shifted for them to come through. Now, whether this has to do with a particular person or this is a new energy coming in, I do feel that it's coming through. A lot of clarity coming in here. It's like they received clarity. You may have received clarity. It's like a situation changed. Okay. But here's the thing within that change is that you don't want to be in the place of trying to rush it. You don't want to be in this place of controlling it or demanding it, or, moving it forward out of a false energy. You want it to just happen. You want it to be in that place of just, coming through. It's like a natural energy, a natural beginning. And I truly love this energy that's here for you right now. All right. A lot of changes are coming through for you, Aries, is what I'm getting. A lot of changes that are in a positive emotional shift. This is what I'm receiving. So let's get a message from Spirit and see what's coming in. All right. A positive emotional shift. That's exactly what I feel right now. And financial. Okay, you know, I feel like they're tied together. It's almost like your whole energy is shifted. It's almost like quantum jumping, quantum leaping in some form, like a quantum shift that has happened for you. So, message for spirit, or message from spirit for our Aries. Let's see what's coming in. Yeah, the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. And this is exactly it. This is what I was saying. It's like you were following your own intuition now. Leaving that past behind. I do feel it for many of you that you were receiving messages. All right. Let go of the need to be right. All right. So just take that as it resonates. All right. For some of you, you may have been coming from a place of that needing to be right. Might have been that place of ego that was keeping things, you know, back or keeping things held. And as soon as you release that and you allowed the natural flow of what was to happen come through, listening to the internal guidance system, this is where things shifted. Okay, again, that quantum shift happening. So, Aries, I truly hope that this has helped. Thank you so much for watching. If this reading did resonate with you, please click like, please subscribe to the channel, and many blessings.